I've been a police officer for about a year. I've always been involved in emergency services. Involved with the fire company for 10 years and local EMS for 4 or 5 years. Our town, the rescue hook and ladder, is a majority of us are police officers, so it's a close working relationship with everybody. Shenandoah Heights is just a little bit outside of Shenandoah. It's a different municipality actually, but it's a small area, quiet. Not much happens up there. That day, myself and my partner, Captain Applegate, were actually just getting back to the station after a call, and the fire came in, and I started heading up that way as he was finishing up in the station. And on the way up, they called us and said, there's the pediatric entrapment, which luckily I was 3/4 of the way there already. When I got on scene, Mom was out on the sidewalk, very frantic, screaming. Our baby was upstairs, and there was a little bit of smoke coming out of the front of the house. I went in. On the second floor was another younger child who was actually in the bathroom wetting a towel, trying to put the towel over his face to try to save the baby. I was able to convince him to step back, and then when I was able to get to the third floor before the smoke banked down to the floor. On the third floor, the younger child and Mom were yelling, go to the left, go to the left. And I got down and I started crawling. When I was crawling, I was able to hear the baby crying. So I knew there was a chance. So I just kept pushing on. I was able to push the door open to the room. And at that point, I was able to see because the bed was on fire, so it was very bright right there. The baby was laying on the side of the bed. Like the front half of the bed was on fire. And the child was like at the bottom half of it. I was assuming it was in pain, just trying to push its way away from it the best it could. Kind of like, at that point, almost rolling off onto the floor, which would have been trapped like in the corner against the wall the way he was falling off the bed. Just as quick as I can, grab the baby and get out of there, because it was starting to get hard to breathe for me, and we just had to be quick. I had him in both arms, and then once I got to the bottom of the third floor steps, the smoke cleared out again because it was just the fire was all upstairs, and I was able to just get the rest of their family to start making their way out again because Mom and all started coming in worrying about their baby. We all got back outside, and at that point, this is when I had ran into my partner, Captain Applegate, and he was a big help then at that point to try to rush the ambulance there and render aid, and it worked out nice. At the moment, it was hectic, Then once the baby was passed off to the ambulance and they had the fire out, it calmed down. Everyone was coming up to me, patting me on the back, saying, great job and all. My partner on the day, Captain Applegate, was one of the first. He gave me a big pat on the back and said, "You gave that kid a chance at life." From what people were telling me and all that, they were saying that if I wasn't there probably wasn't much longer that child had. The airways and the lungs were severely burned, and the body had severe burns all over. Last I heard, the baby made a full recovery. It's something you wouldn't expect to happen. It was like out of a movie.